What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So we're back down the Gold Coast again today on the jetty, and what we're going to be doing today is I've brought all my rods with me, all my fishing gear, and we're going to be doing a bit of a fishing challenge, the food chain fishing challenge. So pretty much what that is we're going to start little. We're going to have to go catch our own bait, catch the smallest fish possible, and by the end of the day, it's about midday at the moment, we've got until late tonight, we're going to see what the biggest fish we can catch in here is. Maybe a shark, maybe a barramundi, mangrove jack. These canal systems lead out to the ocean, so there's so many big fish that come up in here, so much bait that gets pushed up. They're actually pumping the sand back up onto the bank at the moment, and I was having a chat to the boys that were doing it, and they said they actually found a 1.2 meter barra just up the canal system, so there are big fish in here. But first, we need to catch the smallest fish as possible in the cast net that we can use as bait. Another fishing challenge off the jetty here. Let's see what fish we can catch in a couple hours. All right, first we need to catch bait. There we go. There's the first fish. Why did I just do that? There's a school of fish just over here. Let's see if we can get some little fish. There we go. That right there is going to be the first fish that we're going to use. Now let's see what we can turn this fish into throughout the day. It would be so good to get a brim with it first up in the morning and then work up from there. All right, so what we'll do is we'll chuck it on the rod, and I reckon what we do is we drop it straight below the jetty, see what fish are hanging around there. So we've got the line out, and almost straight away we started getting bites. Now if we can catch something on this, we're going to chuck it on and keep working our way up until we get something real big. Bites. Take it. There we go. What is that? Brim. There we go. Yes. All right, there's the first fish of the food chain fishing challenge. We'll get him up, and we're going to use this as bait to try and catch something bigger. There we go. He's not a bad little fella. Perfect size for bait. All right, so there we go. The first fish of the day right there after we caught the bait in the cast net. Now this is what we're going to be using to hopefully catch something like a pike eel, and then working up from there, seeing what else we can catch. There's so many big fish in this canal that I'd love to finish off the video with. But we're not only going to chuck this brim onto the fishing rod to try and catch something bigger, we're going to chuck it in the crab pot as well to see if we can catch a big mud crab. So I say we cut it up, chuck it in the crab pot, and get the second line out there. Keep going. We'll chuck this in, see if we can catch some dinner. So there's 3 different setups that I'm going to be using today to catch these fish. Thanks to Shimano for sending me them. And this is exactly what you can use them for as well. So we got the lightest setup. That's the Shimano Dual 1 to 4 kilo matched up with the Twin Power 2500. Perfect for catching flatties, whiting, brim. And then I got my bait caster, which is the Shimano Raider. Now that's a bit of a heavy setup, 6 to 10 kilos, and it's matched up with the Metanium. Perfect for fishing for barra, mangrove jack. And the last setup we got is the Salty matched up with the Van Ford. This is what I'm going to be hopefully catching my final fish on, whatever it is. But yeah, if you're just getting into fishing, just go into your local tackle shop, wherever it is, and just ask them about these combos. But yeah, let's see what else we can catch. Getting bites on this one. Yep, there we go. What is that? Flatty. Yes. I don't know if we're going up or down in the food chain here. Flathead off a brim. I wonder what we can catch with the flatty. Maybe we should fillet it up, eat a couple of the fillets, and then chuck a big chunk out on the big rod and see if there's any big fish that we can catch with it. So we caught that little fish in the cast net. That led to us catching a brim. Chucked the brim fillet on and we've caught a flatty. It's getting into the later hours of the day at the moment. This is when the sharks will be coming out. This is when the barra and the big jacks will be coming out. All right, let's get the big rod out there, see what we can catch. I just gave that flathead to my family up inside. They're stoked. They're cooking that up for lunch right now. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get a crab later on. Yeah, it's good to see that none of these fish are going to waste. The big fillet. We'll hook it on the top and cast it out there. There is a lot of big fish that cruise around these canals. So I reckon if we chuck it out there and wait. Chuck that in there and we'll loosen the drag right off. So whatever takes it can freely take out line. Check the crab pot, see if we got anything. Big Muddy! Look at him in there. He is massive. Yes, that's gonna be our dinner. All right, I reckon what we do is we'll get this Big Muddy on ice straight away. I'll go chuck him in the freezer, and then once he falls asleep, we'll come down on the jetty and cook him up while we're still fishing. I always find the coolest thing is that I can come into my own backyard and catch all these fish and cook them up and catch these crabs as well. That is a massive muddy and that's gonna be real good for dinner. There we go. Oh, big flatty. Yes. Oh, got off. No. So it's low tide at the moment, and as the tide drops, all the fish slow down. They stop biting a bit. But I found in here, as it gets into the night, if the tide's coming up, that's when all the jacks will be out. That's when all the barra will be out. Sharks will come out after dark as well. But we've got food now. We've got a mud crab for dinner, and it's a pretty big one as well. We've only had the pot in for a couple hours, but in this little area, no one ever chucks out crab pots, so there's a lot of mud crabs here. But this system eventually leads out to the ocean, so anything from the ocean, if it really wanted to, could come all the way up here. I've seen dolphins up here, sharks, a lot bigger than you think, have been spotted just off our jetty. And there's some species in here that I catch all the time that you would just not believe is lurking around in this canal. There's these massive eels that are in this canal known as pike eels. They can get 3 and 4 meters long, and that's what we're hopefully going to be trying to catch next, and that's what we're going to be using as bait. So let's get this crab out of the freezer, cook it up for dinner, and see if we can catch any bigger fish into the night. So we're just getting a run on the shark rod. I reckon this could be a little bull shark right now. It'd be so cool to catch one at this time of day. It's running again. Oh, that's really running. I reckon this is a shark. There we go. All right, we're on here. This could be the end of the challenge if we can get whatever this is in. Oh, what is that?
Stingray.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not a stingray. By the way it's fighting, or not fighting I should say, I reckon this could be one of those big eels. Oh no. You come in here?
Yeah.
Ready? It'll start going.
On the fish?
Yeah. We just want to see what it is.
Ooh. Come around to here?
Yeah. Wait, quickly come around here. So we're just following it.
Oh!
What is it?
Might be a big...
I reckon could be a shark or a barra.
Oh, shark.
There we go. We'll just bring him in to the bank right here. All right. Whoa. And take a look at that. That right there is a bull shark, and that's the end of the food chain fishing challenge. We did it. Oh. Fully nearly got my arm then, hey. All right, and that right there is the end of the food chain fishing challenge. It's crazy to think what we worked up from today, from that little fish this morning, all the way to the king of the canals right here, the bull shark. Now we're gonna get him back in the water. It's funny because the last video that I filmed was all about bull sharks. I actually made a primitive trap up this creek and was able to catch one. So if you wanna learn more about these animals, go check that video out. But that is absolutely awesome right there. A little bull shark up in this canal, put up a really good fight. I was expecting it to be a bit bigger than this, but I guess it was just the rod that I caught it on. We're gonna get this shark back in the water. That is absolutely awesome. We've done it again, mate. The jetty always provides. All right, let's get him back in. All right, mate. So what we wanna do is just one big push like that. Let's start to swim off. Back out into the depths. So here's the muddy that we caught in the crab pot earlier. We got the pot boiling up over here. Rods are still out. Although we have finished this challenge, I'm gonna fish into the night and see what other animals we can catch. Hopefully a big pike eel, just to show you guys because they look so cool. Yeah, this will give me a bit of energy to fish into the night. He's a pretty big fella for in the canals down here. Not too many people chuck out crab pots. But yeah, we're gonna kill this crab. Once that pot boils, boil him up for dinner. Sun's just setting over there. Gonna be good cooking up this muddy. Mate, sitting on a jetty, having a fish, catching my own food. Got a mud crab that'd be worth $100 for dinner. Cannot complain. We're just gonna pull this crab apart. There we go. That's all right. Snap them in half and clean out all this. There we go. And all that you can chuck in the pot. Chuck the claw in. That one. And that. Look at all that. I reckon it's cooked. Take a look at that. All right, we'll get it out. There we go. Not a bad life at all. Been a pretty good day, just fishing off the jetty. Bit more of a simple video this week, but it's nice to come down here and do something like this. So I'm just gonna finish off this crab. Here in Australia, they call this a Gold Coast lollipop. Alright, I reckon that's it for another video I've run. Thank you so much for watching this one. It's been a pretty cool challenge out here on the jetty. It's always fun coming out here. And if you want to see more fishing videos, I might fish into the night tonight. But if not, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be posting new videos every single week. So yeah, I'm keen to see what this year holds. We're going to be going on crazy adventures every week. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week in the next adventure.